Being a beginner in Warzone can be pretty tricky, especially when you're met with around 150 guns and tons of attachments to choose from. Today I'm going to help you out with that by showing you the best and easiest loadout possible that's going to result in you getting more kills and more wins in every single game. I'm going to talk you through the best loadout to use that has no unlock challenges, as well as that I'm going to give you the best beginner, mid-level, and fully leveled attachments for each gun to ensure you can make the most of the gun from the get-go. Let's get straight into the loadout, but it's worth noting custom loadouts can only be made from level 5, so if you're not quite there yet, then you just gotta grind a little bit longer. The awesome thing about these two guns is that they can be found as ground loot as almost the same builds. For the primary weapon, we're going to be taking an assault rifle, the automaton, which will unlock at player level 8. For the secondary weapon, we're going to take a submachine gun, the MP40, which you will unlock at player level 16. However, to attach this weapon, you're going to need to have a certain perk attached. That's Overkill, which allows you to equip two primary weapons such as sniper rifles, assault rifles, SMGs, and shotguns, as without this perk you'll only be able to attach a pistol launchers or melee weapons. This perk is unlocked at player level 8 and falls into perk slot 2. Let's get on to perk slot 3. We're going to take Amped, which is unlocked at player level 1, which allows you to swap between your weapons drastically faster. Now let's move on to the guns, the best attachments for our primary weapon, the assault rifle, the automaton. So starting off with the best beginner attachments, take the following ones on screen, now with a focus on recoil control and range. Now moving on to the fully leveled attachments, I will talk you through each attachment as it's important to understand why you are taking each attachment. However, it's worth noting that Warzone isn't always 100% accurate in attachment descriptions, but websites such as sim.gg and True Game Data give a great overview on each weapon and its attachments. For the muzzle, take the MX silencer for increased recoil control and damage range, all whilst keeping you off the minimap. For the barrel, take the ZAC 600mm BFA for insanely better recoil control. For the optic, take either the G16 2.5x zoom or the 3 to 6x zoom for increased clarity at longer ranges. Personally, I prefer the 2.5x zoom as it gives you a little bit better visual recoil control. For the stock, take the Anastasia padded for increased recoil control during sustained fire and extra flinch resistance, making it a lot easier to stay on target whilst being shot at. For the underbarrel, take the Carver for increased horizontal recoil control. For the magazine, take the 75-round drum mag for a huge magazine size, meaning you're not going to be running out of bullets anytime soon. For the ammo type, take lengthened for increased bullet velocity to make it much easier to hit your enemies at range. For the rear grip, take the polymer grip for extra flinch resistance and improved recoil control during sustained fire. For perk 1, take tight grip for increased recoil control during sustained fire as well. And then lastly, for perk 2, take fully loaded for max ammo when you grab your loadout. You could see the full build on the screen. Now let's move on to the best attachments for your secondary weapon. The MP40, starting off with the best beginner attachments, take the following ones on screen now with a focus on mobility, aim down sight speed, and sprint fire speed whilst maintaining a balance with recoil control. It's worth noting that we're not taking anything for the muzzle or the underbarrel or the magazine attachments, as they reduce the sprint to fire speed, hipfire accuracy, and the magazine size, which aren't areas you want to impact on an SMG, or at least not drastically anyway. Now let's finally move on to the best fully leveled attachments for the MP40. For the muzzle, take the recoil booster for increased rate of fire, meaning you'll kill your enemies a lot quicker. For the barrel, take the Crossnick 4B barrel for increased recoil control. For the optic, take the slate reflector for increased clarity whilst aiming down sight. And for the stock, take the Crossnick folding for increased movement speed and sprints fire speed. For the underbarrel, take the Mark 6 skeletal to allow you to aim down sight faster. For the magazine, take the 7.62 Gorenko 45-round mags for a faster fire rate, better recoil control, improved movement speed, and faster aim down sight speed, all whilst giving you a faster time to kill as well. For the ammo type, take subsonic, as this keeps you off the minimap when you're shooting. For the rear grip, take the taped grip for improved movement speed. For perk 1, take Perfectionist for better recoil control. For perk 2, take fully loaded for max ammo when you grab your loadout, or my personal favorite, Quick, for faster sprint speed, allowing you to get across the map a lot quicker. You could see the full build on the screen now. Now if you guys enjoy this video, make sure you hit that like button, and if you would like to see my top 10 loadouts, check the video on the left of screen. If you still watching, type MP40 build in comments. Thanks for watching.